two, 1 2 1 2. What you gonna do? You know where you at. You at HMG Podcast. It's your host with the most, man. Hashim and Garrett. Thank you for joining me. As always, engineer, cut the sound. 1 2 1 2. Cut it. What you gonna do? There we go, man. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you are. Listen, man, tough times don't last. Tough people do. You will make it, okay? You'll make it. Listen, just remember that. Remember, it cannot be cloudy and rainy all the time. But we got to take the good with the bad. And just remember, sometimes when we're going through those bad things, we actually need those bad things. We just want everything to be good. We just want sunny days forever. Listen, when I get tired, I want the sun to go down. I need the lights out. I want to get some rest. So we need those quote unquote bad days. We need those rough times to kind of reset ourselves, And listen, even if you feel like, nah, I don't need those days. Well, guess what? As long as you're alive, you're going to have them. So you might as well learn how to make the most out of it. You might as well learn how to find the silver lining in the cloud, because that is the reality of life. We're going to go through some ups and we're going to go through some downs. Now mention this. I have to mention this. When we go through the downs, guess what? Some of the stuff that we go through that's uncomfortable. We go through some really some sort of suffering and affliction. Some of that stuff we bring on ourselves. Yeah, some of that stuff we bring on ourselves. Maybe it's relationships. Well, look, nobody forced you to be with him or her. And if it wasn't working out right, what role did you play? What role did I play in it? Because I know I done played a role in messing up some good relationships, whether they be professional or personal, right? I know I done been through some stuff where I look back and go, like Steve Urkel said, did I do that? Yeah, that's the truth. Did I do that? I think I did that. I think that was me. Yeah, that was totally me, So you got to own it, man. People, I know it's not like a agenda thing, right? You got to own it, people. So if something ain't going right, it could be us, it could be you, it could be me. But today, right? I wanted to have a quick conversation with you about dating. Yeah. This is not matchmaker.com. This is not Tinder sponsored. I think it's called Tinder, whatever, right? But here's a little question. When it comes to dating, how many of you are lying through your teeth for the greater portion of the beginning of the relationship? Are you just being honest? Like, oh, what's your sign? And what are you into? And you're Virgo and I'm a Scorpio. And oh my gosh, you went to this school. Like, yeah, when we get past all of that bull, right? All of the fake vanilla stuff. Are we being real and just saying, listen, yeah, that other relationship I was in, yeah, I was mad verbally abusive with my guy and with my girl. Yeah, I was super controlling. I didn't let her wear skirts out or mini skirts. I told her don't go outside like that. Or yeah, I was like, listen, you can't go out with your friends. Why you going out with them? I can't stand them. Don't talk to your mother. I don't like you. Like, did you let the cat out the bag, or you just pretend like, no, I don't know why it didn't work. It was him. It was just him. It was her. Too often we just lie. And then what happens, we get into these relationships, and next thing you know, 6 months, a year, 2 years come out, and they're like, oh my gosh, this is not working. I can't believe you get on my nerves. But the reality is sometimes we don't we don't keep it real with ourselves. Yeah. How many of you lying through your teeth to yourself? You're not ready. Maybe you're really not ready to get into a new relationship. Maybe the truth of the matter is you actually need some me time to figure out what in the world you want outside of, yeah, I know I want to be laid up and hugged up and just be in a relationship, but really understand what is it that you want and what is it that you don't want, at least, right? Because we know what we want, right? I want her to look like this. I want him to look like this, and I want, right? But what don't you want? And what does that list look like? And are you okay? Are you okay with just being by yourself until you can figure out what it is that you really don't want? Or what do you need to do to improve upon yourself to make sure that the next relationship will work? What is it? What kind of questions? No, real questions, right? Because we go to work, and the people that we're going to work for, they interview us, they vet us, right? You vet somebody before you come and work with them. Or you vet somebody before you let them come, you own a building. Hey, you fill out this application. We need to start filling out some applications verbally, mentally. Like, okay, let me just get an idea. Is it okay for, right? You got your person that you interested in. So why didn't your last relationship work? Well, we just started to grow apart. That's not gonna work. What exactly happened? Well, now somebody's feeling uncomfortable because you did something wrong. They did. You don't just, keep it real. What happened? Because they're going to, sooner or later, man, whatever is in the dark got to come to light. And just be real. And then you can figure out, like, is this something I really want to get into? And as we are having conversations, and just say, all right, you're a girl, a female, and you're meeting a guy, you're talking, forget about just what job and, listen, you gotta ask questions, right? Do you still live with your girl? Are you still talking to them? Is this gonna be monogamous? Are we gonna, like, you don't have to ask, what's your body count and all of that kind of stuff, but you need to ask some questions. Are you into boys and girls? Are you bisexual? Are you trisexual? Are you homosexual? Are you heterosexual? Like, nah, these are not. I mean, I figured because they were on a date with me that they were. Nah, stop assuming. Ask questions. Do you watch porn a lot? Like, real questions. Get the interview and get the vetting process happening. Do you do drugs? Do you smoke? Have you ever done drugs? A little bit of coke, a little bit of crack. Anybody in your family crackheads? Anybody in your family sniffing that coke? Anybody sell drugs? Do you sell drugs? Have you ever sold drugs? Have you ever been locked up? If so, for what? What kind of questions are we asking? Real questions. Like, listen, if they want to vet you before you can get the job, if you're going to vet somebody before they can come work for you, why can't you vet somebody before you start really getting serious? This is the beauty about arranged marriages in other countries, right? Is because mom and dad, they sat down and they said, shush, be quiet. You don't know what's best for you. We're going to go and figure out all about this person's family. We want to know what you're getting yourself into, because you don't know what to ask. You're going to be all caught up in love and lust more than love. Whole heavy, like, whole lot of lust. You can't see through all of the clouds. So we are going to help with the vetting process. And did you know they say statistically arranged marriages work better than this whole dating and Tinder and all of this stuff that we think we do? Why is that? Because there's a vetting process happening. They want to know all about the character of the family. Yes, we got to vet, man. 2022, 23 going on. We got to ask some real serious questions. Are you on social media? How many different social media accounts do you have? And don't be thirsty. The power in negotiation is the person who's willing to walk away. They ain't got to be thirsty. I don't care how good they look, because everything that look good for you ain't good to you. This is just real conversations. And guess what? If you can start having these conversations as an adult, well, guess what? Maybe it might make it a little bit easier to have conversations with your children, so you can teach them about dating. Because we can't keep running around talking about, I don't want little such and such to date. They too young to date. Listen, they doing it. They doing it. So you might as well sit down and have conversations with them. Talk to your little ones, man, your tweens. We always say with the boys, right? Hey, you got a little girlfriend? They boys, we laugh at 9-year-olds and 8-year-olds. You got a girlfriend? How many girlfriends you got? You got like 2 or 3 of them, don't you? Right? We don't usually say that to the girls, right? I don't know. Most Hey girl, you got boyfriends. I don't know how women talk to little girls. I don't know what kind of stuff y'all say, right? But I know how we talk to, hey, you got a little girlfriend, huh? Got 2 and 3 of them. But what about the conversations of saying, listen, if you're gonna get into a relationship, and I know that that's something you are thinking about because that's normal. It's normal, right? It's to find out, listen, you're in the 8th grade. I know we don't want to have this conversation, but they're going to be attracted to boys. I know some of us can't remember what it was like to be 12 and 13 years old, right? But 14 or whatever 8th graders are. But to just say, what does it mean if you're this person's boyfriend? What does it mean if you're their girlfriend? What are their expectations? Are you supposed to walk holding hands with them? What are they expecting from you? And most kids are going to say, most children and adolescents are going to say, I don't know what they're expecting. They expecting me to touch something down there. They expecting me to kiss them. They expecting me to send pictures of my body parts. I don't know. Ask these questions because you got to say, listen, if that's what you expecting, then I'm sorry, I ain't with it. This is not gonna work because I can't be, sexting and pictures. Nah, because that's the stuff when stuff breaks up because it probably will. Right? You got children out here sending pictures of their body parts, to their little booze, and next thing you know, it doesn't work, and now they like, oh yeah, I'm sharing what you sent me. I'm sharing that to everybody. Oh, and now you got kids, they want to commit suicide. They want to relocate. They want to move. Now they smoking and drink. You see how this happens? So having these kind of conversations is important. This is life skills. This is not just like feel good conversations. You need this stuff because long gone are the days years and years ago when, hey, if you did something indecent or, you was out there giving oral sex and having sex and all of that, oh, they might tell, in the boys' bathroom, they're right, yeah, such and such, she gave head and she's this and she's that. I don't know, again, what they did in the girls' bathroom. I can only tell you what was written in the boys' bathroom. And it was all of the dirt that was going on. Now, forget the boys' bathroom, pick a social media site. And they up there putting the pages up and putting somebody's daughter and niece and relatives, all their information on Front Street, putting it all on blast for the world to see. And how do you think that person is going to feel now being, the victim of cyberbullying by thousands and thousands where that stuff cannot be deleted from the cloud? How do you think that's going to feel? So you might not want to have these kind of dialogues, but it's going to be important. Sit down and talk to them. What is your partner, your boyfriend or girlfriend expecting from you? Sit down and ask your child. Say, listen, if that's what you want, first of all, I need to meet the boy or girl. Yeah, I know you want to be sneaky, but if you want to be sneaky and you don't want me to meet him because you think I'm going to embarrass you, I'm going to blow up your spot, which you probably will. If you don't want me to meet him, then you better ask them these questions so you don't have to, be embarrassed or let them embarrass you later on down the road. So I'd rather have mommy and daddy might embarrass you from asking one of these 2 questions, or you do something stupid and now they're going to embarrass you, and which one you think is going to be worse? The embarrassment of the parents trying to protect you, your guardians trying to protect you, your big sisters and brothers and uncles and grandparents trying to protect you, or the embarrassment of doing something reckless and immature, which a lot of us have done, right? But now it comes back 1,000-fold, right? Where all social media outlets can see it. So have those conversations with our young people, right? And whatever else comes to your mind as you're having the conversations, right? Ask them, listen, you talk to your tweens and teenagers and say, hey, listen, if you're going to be such and such boyfriend or girlfriend, is it okay for you to like somebody else's page? Whose page can you like? Can you DM? What, is it all right if I hang out with my friends? Are you going to feel some sort of way? And so again, you gotta talk. Communication is key. So this was just relationship dating conversations. Got to learn how to work on ourselves. It's okay to be celibate. It's okay to be single. It's okay until you find the right person. It will happen, right? But when that time does come, let's just be honest. Let's talk. Get your paper together. Write down some questions. Forget just your list of what you're looking for in a person. You want them to have this kind of job. You want them to be this tall, and I want them to, I want this, I want that, I want this. You got all of this long list. I want them to be kind. I want them to be this. I want them to be religious. I want them to be da 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 da. Yeah, those are great questions. Those are great, right? Some of that stuff is truly unrealistic. I don't know who in the world you're looking for. Girls and guys, right? But mostly girls, females. But I'm just saying, but you got to ask the real questions, though. That's like, those are the questions and the things you want. Like, I want them to look like this and look like that and have that kind of job and be kind to their mom, and I want them to be religious, and I want them to be like kids, and I want them to like my mom and my sister and my friends. And I want all of that, but that has to come at the second part. That's the second meeting. The first meeting got to get through the rough stuff. Am I letting a psychopath into my life? Am I letting an abuser? Am I letting her habitual cheater? Am I allowing some super control person into my house? Am I allowing something into my space? That's what you need to find out way before all of that other stuff that you want to vet. Because you might find that we don't even need to get to that second interview if this first vetting process didn't go well. And I hope this is helpful. Get your people involved. Let's get the parents involved. If you got parents, you got some people around, help them with you with the vetting process. Possibly. It ain't easy. But if it was, everybody'd be doing it. So listen, dating advice brought to you by Hashem Ming Garrett, HMG Podcast, your host with the most, man. And as I said before, listen, tough times don't last. Tough people do. A lot of the stuff that we are going through, it was brought upon by you. I don't know if that rhymed, but it sounded good, right? So listen, just stay well, stay blessed. You know, the Almighty, the creator of the heavens and earth and all that exists doesn't give us more. Oops, that's not true. Let me rephrase it. The Almighty gives us more than we can handle. Yes, that's right. Somebody told me that a while ago. They say God don't give you more than you can handle. That was wrong. God does give you, the Almighty does give you more than you can handle. Yes, because he wants you to know that he's the Almighty and you need him. You can't do it by yourself, man. Stop it. Get it out your head. You cannot do it by yourself. You didn't get here by yourself. You need help. Ask for help. Okay? Listen, we are not alone. You are blessed. You are needed. You are loved. You are important. And I appreciate you. And I thank you. Have a phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal experience here on this planet. Stay well. Peace.